Am I the a-hole for wanting my mom at the delivery of my child and not my stepmom? I know. It sounds bad, but please hear me out. I'm 25 female, due this summer for my first child. Due to COVID, I'm only allowed one person in the delivery room when I give birth. Normally, this would be the father, but he doesn't want to be in the child's life, and I've accepted that. So now here's my dilemma. I moved into my dad's and her house before I found out about pregnancy. My mom lives in another province. My stepmom lost her only child 20 plus years ago due to her being too premature. She was never even supposed to be able to have any. Ever since she found out I'm pregnant, she's been over the moon, talking about how this is her second chance to finally get to raise a child and that she's so happy. I'm happy for her, I really am, and grateful for all the help she can give me. But when the topic came up about delivery and how I can only have one person, my dad brought up her being the person. I was a little weirded out, being that I have only known her for about 3 years. I told my dad that I already talked to my mom about coming and being the one in the room, seeing as she doesn't live in the province and won't really be there for the child growing up. I figured it would be fair right. If anyone is gonna be seeing my bits, I'd kind of rather have someone that's already seen them, you know? But my dad's been sulking a little, not saying anything to me, but I know my dad. I just wanna know, am I being unreasonable? She's gonna be there for everything else in the child's life. I'm living in their house, it's not like she's missing anything, and my mom would only see the baby for the delivery and nothing else. We're not financially well off. She can't just visit whenever. But I'm having second thoughts now because of hormones, and I'm wondering if I'm being an a-hole. Please let me know if I am. Edit. Man, y'all jaded as F. I get it, I read Reddit to LOL. But please put the pitchforks and torches down. My stepmom is not saying it's her second chance to be a mother. She's saying it's her second chance to have a baby in the house to do stuff with. You need to understand that it's a totally new thing for her as well as me. Her child never even got to leave the hospital. She's not trying to take over my job, and she's very supportive of my decisions about what I want to do as far as child care and everything else, LOL. I will be moving out in a few years, and she knows this. She supports me in my decisions. I love you all, and I really appreciate the support. I'm glad I'm not being unreasonable in wanting my bio mom at the delivery, and I see my dad is definitely the TA here. Update. So my little one is a year old now, and simply the cutest little princess ever. It's been a while since my very first post on Reddit, and I figured you guys should have an update. So things worked out pretty well. My mom wasn't able to be at the birth due to some health issues on her end, and she was mad at me for not traveling to her to have my baby there. Honestly, the greatest thing I did was staying put. I can't even describe how helpful my stepmom has been with my little one. I know a lot of people were concerned that she wanted to take my baby, but I can thankfully tell you that's the furthest thing from the truth. She's never overstepped as Nana. My father and her actually listen to me as a parent and haven't interfered with my parenting. They listen to what I put down for ground rules and have been the greatest support in my and my daughter's life. All I really hear from my mom is guilt trips that she missed her only granddaughter's birth and that I was selfish for not traveling to her, which is turning into the greatest thing I could have done. It's saving my ass in court. The child's father has really gone off the deep end and is trying to take me to court for full custody, considering that he lives in a whole other province. She was born here. He has never really been in her life and didn't even pay child support until she was 6 months old. My lawyer told me he isn't getting it. So yeah, that's what's been going on in my life since my last post. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for all the kind words and messages.